Yeah, this is a Todd Archer, our buddy from ESPN. Does a great job covering this team, doesn't he, Brian?
He's one of the best, no question.
He writes a nice little piece of history here for the website. Cowboys first played on this game in 1966.
66.
They beat the Browns 26-14 to the Cotton Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Tex Schramm wanted more national publicity for the Cowboys. It is actually one of the main pieces of Cowboys history and how it became America's team. This was, of course, before they were known as America's team, back to Todd Archer. And Schramm thought the holiday game made perfect sense. The NFL was a bit worried, however, and guaranteed the Cowboys a certain amount of gate revenue. A crowd of 80,259 showed up, and a tradition was born. They didn't know if fans were going to show up for this game.
No.
And the fans were like, Cowboy football?
Yeah, exactly.
We'll just eat early. Yeah. We'll see you there.
Yeah.
Cowboys have played on every Thanksgiving Day since then, except for
2 years.
Yeah.
72?
Almost.
74?
75.
Oh.
And 77.
Yeah.
75 and 77. Okay.
They won the Super Bowl in 77, right? 77 team.
I believe so.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. Why didn't the Cowboys play in those 2 years? Well, then Commissioner Pete Rozelle wanted to see if the St. Louis Cardinals could build some popularity under Coach Don Coryell, whose teams were nicknamed the Cardiac Kids because of their exciting finishes.
Yeah.
So Rozelle
Jim Hart
was like, oh, hey, Mr. Schramm, I noticed you've been using this Thanksgiving to get quite popular. We want to see if we can do the same thing for St. Louis. Make them popular. It'd be good for the league.
The Bidwells there, yeah.
So he schedules them to host Thanksgiving games in 75 and 77. The Cardinals lost both games decidedly. Rozelle goes back to Schramm to ask whether the Cowboys would take the Thanksgiving game back. It was a dud in St. Louis, Schramm said in 88 to the Chicago Tribune. Pete asked if we'd take it back, and I said, only if we get it permanently. It's something you have to build as a tradition, he said. It's yours forever. That's what Rozelle said back. It is yours forever. And that's cool. That to me, it really nailed home the idea that the Cowboys have been a brilliantly marketed franchise from the beginning. Jerry just took the baton and ran with it, and had some other ideas for, implementing sponsorships and stuff like that. But that Tex Schramm was a visionary as well, Brian.
Yeah, and they used the Salvation Army thing for it now, the Red Kettle Kickoff. Yeah. And so they've been able to add some elements to it to make it even better.
Yeah, Red Kettle Kickoff, I think that's been going on since 88, right?
Right.
It's been a long time. That's been going off, and they use that to, I believe they've raised, it's in the billions now over the years. It's just a tremendous amount of money.
Yeah.
Would you guys like a Thanksgiving trivia game or what?
Yes, absolutely. I do feel like I'm playing at a disadvantage here.
Because I'm old. I was at the first Thanksgiving.
You've done all these Thanksgivings.
I don't remember. I don't remember all these games. I remember some. I remember like 74 games like that when Clint Longley threw Roger Staubach got a concussion in the game. Clint Longley threw to Drew Pearson for the game-winning touchdown that beat the Commanders that day.
Did you walk out of the stadium before good stuff?
That was the last time it happened.
Mm-hmm. Well,
until recently. Yeah. Seriously, I broke my own rule. I honestly broke my own rule from 1974 to leave a game early. But I was listening in the parking lot. There's no excuse.
No.
I'm going to make it up to Wolchuk one way or another. If they would have found us a studio in Phoenix, we would have been at that
I was thinking about that. I don't think you owe Wolchuk anything. I think he owes himself an apology.
No,
for getting bullied into that.
Yeah. Be a man. You're 40. Step up and say no. I'm gonna watch Corey Seager tie this game, and I'm gonna watch Adolis Garcia win it. Gosh darn it!
I feel terrible. I feel like I owe him something for his trouble.
Yeah,
because I did bully him.
Well, it's definitely a moment that will live in infamy. And I mean, you had reason to believe they'd only done it once.
Once out of 100. Once out of 61 times.
Yeah. We're just gonna be trailing in the ninth inning here and pull it off against the Astros in the most unbelievable way possible.
Why don't you just ask the questions you had over there for Thanksgiving?
It's fine. We're just reminiscing on a great championship run as fellow world champions, just cutting it up.
I'm not trying to hurt. I'm enjoying.
My man,
you got to face the pain sometimes.
I want to ask one question about this whole thing, Dawson. If your mom and dad were not at the game, would you have stayed?
He's already answered that.
Yeah, no.
No.
We already know what kind of a fan I am, Brian.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm
claustrophobic. I have social anxiety.
He's
I need to get
self-aware.
home.
I just wanted to make sure that I didn't. The fact that your mom and dad were even at the game.
You just want to lash out, and I get it.
It was the perfect day for me, and it was the worst day for you.
I do want to remind people out there that in 1974, I left the game early.
And you swore to yourself you'd never do it again.
I'd never do it again, and here I am. I left the game early, and it was one of the great.
You're World Series champion, dude. You did your part.
Yeah,
I'm thankful for you.
Thanks for listening to those games on the radio, Brian.
I did my part.
Appreciate you.
Hey, thanks to all the guys that with Eric and those guys, they did a hell of a job.
And I think the best thing about this is even though you missed the greatest Rangers moment ever, it still happened.
Yeah, it happened.
Nobody can take that away from us.
Sure, nobody can take that away.
And with all that YouTube stuff that you got, man, you can rewatch that thing as many times as you want.
God dang, he is ready to mother bleep me. It's going to happen. He's just going to unload on me one day.
Don't ball up his fist a little bit.
Yeah. No, I'm just looking.
That's just him being mad at himself.
I'm looking for it. You're not. You know what? You're damn right about that.
Go be Jim Carrey and Liar. Get to the bathroom and just kick your own ass. You deserve it.
You're absolutely right.
You're looking like Bob Dole over there with that right arm just stiff, ready to knock somebody out.
I've got that pencil in hand, ready to.
Here we go. We have 10 questions for the championship. Number of teams to never play on Thanksgiving Day.
The number of teams? Oh, give me
that have never played.
Give me 8. That was just
3.
Okay. Neither of you are correct. We're gonna have to.
They've all played, I bet.
We're gonna have to move on to the hint portion. I'm gonna tell you the answer is 1, but now I am looking for it to be the team to get the correct point. Is it? It's one of the head coach is one of Brian's friends from Green Bay currently. Ooh,
Jacksonville
the Broncos.
Jaguars.
Jacksonville Jaguars. He got it. Yes, You didn't work with Sean Payton in Green Bay, did you?
No, Philadelphia.
Okay.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah. Okay.
Gruden and Doug in Green Bay and Sean Payton in Philly.
Okay, that's Brian 1.
All the guys that everybody hates.
Yeah, Jags the only team that's never played on Thanksgiving
Day.
That
is strange, but okay.
You should get them lined up in there. I feel like they've been around long enough.
Yeah, I feel like they should be playing in that thing.
Every organization wants a chance to do it. It is cool how the players talk about it, and they all have the nostalgia, the memories from being a kid watching it, and now you're playing, and it's a pretty cool deal for them. It's a pain in the ass. McCarthy said it's a pain the week of the preparation, but once you get there, it's unbelievable.
Well, when you win, it's the best thing in the world. It used to get that weekend off. But now you got to play a Thursday game the following week, so you got to get right back into it.
How many winless teams are there on Thanksgiving? The hint is it's your quarterback's jersey number.
4.
Chief got it. We're tied at 1. Okay, you're looking at the Browns, Bengals, Buccaneers.
I had to think of what his jersey number was.
And, of course, the Jags. Yeah, that's where I knew. 5. See, Brian has the advantage in history.
Yeah.
But Chief has the advantage in brain power.
Quickness.
Yeah, so the easy ones, Chief will get quicker.
Quickness. The quickness will always win.
Quick twitch.
Yeah.
Most passing touchdowns in a single Thanksgiving game.
Peyton Manning.
Tony Romo.
Peyton Manning.
I think it's Tony Romo.
Okay.
It's Tampa Bay.
Okay.
It's Peyton Manning versus the Lions.
Okay. Now, here's the deal. It's actually a tie. Okay. So Chief is halfway home, but you don't get all the way there until you get both of them. Okay.
Okay.
So Tony Romo against Tampa wasn't one of an all-timers?
No, sir.
Okay.
You have Peyton Manning tied with a quarterback who is part of a different dad-son combo. This dad played in the 70s for Chiefs' dad's favorite team.
Oh, it's Brian Greasy.
Brian Greasy.
Bob Greasy?
Bob Greasy.
Oh, jeez.
2-1. Chief has taken the lead. Bob Greasy and Peyton Manning hold the record for most passing touchdowns in a single Thanksgiving game.
Greasy.
I think it's 6, too. Yes. I remember watching Peyton Manning. It was one of those.
Bob Greasy might be the worst quarterback in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Terry Bradshaw would like to have a word with you.
Terry Bradshaw was a better quarterback.
Joe Namath would like to have a beer with you.
Whoa.
Let's get to the questions.
Okay. How many Thanksgiving Day shutouts since 1970? No hint here other than it's a big number. It's a much bigger percentage than normal.
26.
Since 1970, how many games have we had? Like 50? 53?
Yeah, that's in half of them. No.
53.
I would say 7.
Pretty close.
7 total.
7 shutouts.
Okay,
Yeah.
not a percentage situation. I was going to go with like 10% of the games, but maybe that's not.
I think that would be 7. The actual answer is in neither one of those numbers, though, so I do need a correct answer.
Okay.
The last one, by the way, 1999, Cowboys shut out the Dolphins. So there has not been a shutout for flipping 23 years, but between 1970 and 1999, there was this many of Thanksgiving shutouts. 7 was close.
5.
Nope.
6.
6, he got it. There's the Chief. He is on top here and leading now, what is this, 3-1?
Oh, 7-1.
Dominating you, dude, in your own game.
Okay.
What?
In your own sport.
How insane is that? Over 29-year period, 6 shutouts. What was happening in the NFL then?
Just defense wins championships.
Teams weren't.
1 out of every 5 games, one of the teams was not scoring.
It was one of those things where teams were not getting used to playing on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Now you play on Thursday. You're like, oh, we have to do this as part of what we do. But I think some teams didn't handle that very well.
They were complaining about it and feeling bad for themselves. And
feeling sorry, beat
not
up.
cramming the prep in.
Yeah.
Softies, man.
They probably didn't know how to take care of their bodies, weren't getting that lean protein and kale. Okay, which Detroit pass rusher holds the record for the most Thanksgiving career sacks?
Detroit's?
Yes, which Detroit pass rusher holds the record for the most Thanksgiving career sacks? This is all-time Thanksgiving games. He shares a first name with a former Cowboys running back who's now in New England.
Oh, Ezekiel Ansah?
He got it.
Ziggy Ansah, yeah.
8.5 sacks in his career. He is the all-time Thanksgiving champion.
Ziggy Ansah.
I think those are the only games he got sacks in.
For another point, where did Ziggy Ansah go to school?
BYU.
Oh, God, he got another point.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's running away with this thing. Which Detroit?
I'm quitting.
I'm a football guy.
Which Detroit megastar holds the record for most career Thanksgiving touchdowns?
Barry Sanders.
Oh, Megatron.
Megatron.
Yes, he's
Okay.
got 11 of them.
Megatron.
Yeah.
Should have known.
Should have known it was Bijan Robinson.
Which Dallas-based celebrity quarterback shared the record for
Romo.
most passing touchdowns all time?
Romo.
Share. Dallas celebrity quarterbacks.
Dallas celebrity quarterbacks?
One of them still active.
It's Dak Prescott and Troy Aikman?
No.
Romo and
from Dallas.
Okay. Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford and Tony Romo. Half point each for that one, guys.
Oh, thank you.
You brought us the full. It's fine.
I just gave him a point for BYU.
Which legendary geezer boy Fogey holds the record for most receiving yards all-time Thanksgiving?
Ooh, is it Drew Pearson?
No.
Said old school, so I was just.
Is it
I'm
somebody-
thinking Cowboy.
It's somebody from the Lions?
No.
It's got to be a Cowboy. He said old school geezer. I don't want to go too far with the playmaker, but is it?
I mean, he's not really a geezer now, but I called him that when I wanted him to retire.
Oh, Jason Witten.
He got it. Brian's making a comeback here. I believe it is 5-3 with 2 to go.
You call him Geezer Boy.
I called him a geezer. Most rushing yards a record holder.
Emmitt Smith.
Barry Sanders.
Yeah, Emmitt Smith. 2 great ones, though. And most career passing yards.
Eggman.
Romo.
Dak. Staubach.
Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford. By a score of 6-4. Chief is your champion.
No.
But, Brian, you had a good showing there. I mean, you were getting absolutely housed at one point in this competition, but you made a nice little comeback.
You never gave up, man.
Well done.
Attitude and effort brought us. All right, a tradition unlike any other. Always love reliving some of our favorite Thanksgiving moments. The first of which is not one that I appreciate, but I got to be honest about this mistake. It'll live on forever. Peace-a-thon is tomorrow. Peace-a-thon, KNC Masterpiece tomorrow. 1053thefan.com/peace-a-thon to get in the mix. Bid on some of the greatest sporting options and fun different deals as well, like fishing with Lucius, perhaps. A lot of things you can bid on there. 1053thefan.com/peace-a-thon.
I don't even have the deets on that, but I'm excited. I don't even know where we're going. It could be cold that day, but I'm fired up, bro.
It's going to be awesome.
I got a little something in my pocket for you, too.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's gonna be a trip well worth it. I can
That's the
promise you
highest
that.
bidder if I've ever heard of one.
A few years ago, I sent the Tolos into Peace-a-thon with a giant mistake. This is how it sounded. That's the Jason Garrett press conference, and they'll have more of that. KNC Masterpiece Peace-a-thon coming up next. Yep.
Peace-a-thon.
I hear you, Lucius. I don't know. I said it like Mike Tyson might.
I think he
and
might have been in a
it's
Brian Bada
inexcusable.
state of mind right there.
Yeah.
That might have been Mardi Gras Chiafalo.
Yeah,
don't deceive me.
There might have been a mix of hangover, early wake up time, not used to the Sean and RJ, but there's really no excuse. That was just a bad moment, but it sticks with me. Let's get to the legend. Rest in peace, John Madden. He is known for the turkey, the duck, the chicken. Allow him to explain.
But we got a turducken, right?
Yeah. This is a turducken right here, where we got, you know what a turducken is? A turducken, this thing here is a deboned duck stuffed in a deboned chicken, stuffed in a deboned turkey, cut sideways, and you get a little turkey and a little chicken and a little duck. Now that's there. That's turducken. Then over there we have the turkey. See, now here's the turkey. We got 1 leg, 2 legs, 3 legs, 4 legs, 5 legs, 6 legs.
Yeah, I love how they put on the extra legs.
Yeah.
That was amazing how they did that.
It is incredible to see live.
A 6-legged turkey duck chicken.
Yeah, you walk by it and you're like going, oh, that's pretty cool.
I don't know. How do you even debone a turkey?
Oh,
Or any kind of animal?
well, like
it's crazy.
Spatchcock?
I was going to say, it's got to start with the spatchcock, and then that opens it up to
you
allow
said it-
to
yeah,
pull
you
Still got
on.
ribs in the
Well, what you could do is you take out that backbone, and then you open it, and then you could go in. You could go in.
So it's not totally deboned; it's just spatchcock.
right. You spatchcock it, but yeah, like you say, you can do the wishbone and all that.
About to say, man, what's a turkey without a wishbone?
Yeah.
I'll be looking for that joint still.
Yeah, and the meat off the bone is the best tasting of the meats. I mean, that's just the fact of the matter. Whether it be the chicken, the steak, like that like 1 inch layer that's connected to the bone is phenomenal.
I find myself not ordering a steak unless it has some type of bone in it.
Bone in, yeah.
Bone in, yeah. It's flavor. That's all that is.
It
man.
is,
It's flavor.
yes. I couldn't agree more. All right, let's get you a little Jimmy Johnson, who will be in the Ring of Honor at AT&T Stadium. It's been a long time coming. Let's get to the Bounty Bowl when he fat-shamed a particular coach.
Winning and losing ball game, of course, concerns me. What concerns me more than anything else is when you take away from the integrity of the game. I mean, having bounties on opposing players is not the way it's supposed to be done. We were told last night by a coach, and it was confirmed by 2 different players. There's a $200 bounty on Luis Zendejas, a $500 bounty on Troy Aikman. That takes away from the integrity of the game. And I would have said something to Buddy, but he wouldn't stand on the field long enough. He put his big fat rear end into the dressing room.
It's a really good mic drop moment there from Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
Well said.
Man, he put his fat butt into the dressing room. Might be my favorite line in Cowboys history.
Did you hear what Buddy Ryan said about that, though, afterwards? He goes, man, I've lost some weight. I thought I was looking better.
Man, Buddy had some great lines, too.
Yeah.
We should have got those 2 boys face-to-face trash-talking each other like it was a boxing match.
Sorry, buddy, you still got a fat ass. Marshawn Lynch, Thanksgiving before Christmas. We you gotta crawl before you walk here. You gotta go to 1 before you go to 2. Here's Marshawn Lynch.
What you doing for Christmas? Christmas. I mean, I gotta get to Thanksgiving first. I'm going to give out turkeys back in the hood.
Yeah.
I'm with you. You want me to come? You will? I appreciate it though, big dog. Hang on. But I'm gonna be in the hood giving out turkeys, trying to restore my community.
That's Richard Sherman saying, all right, I'll join you for that.
Thanksgiving first.
Oakland guy?
Yeah, it's like, dude, come on now. Yes, Oakland.
Yeah.
Oakland.
Yeah.
For Marshawn, beast mode. This is one of our favorites. Years and years ago when Jay Gruden was still the coach of the Commanders, and it was Commanders versus Cowboys Thanksgiving. Hey, Coach Jay Gruden, what does Thanksgiving mean to you?
Like, my favorite thing is getting a fork, getting a piece of bread, getting a piece of turkey, some gravy, some mashed potatoes, some corn, some sweet potatoes, some green beans, putting them all on the same fork and taking a bite. Mixing them all up together. That's the best.
Okay, so they both talk like that, huh?
Yes, dude.
Okay.
It's so great. That's the biggest fork of all time. But I'm with him, man. There's nothing better when you just get everything on that plate for 1 bite. It's a special moment.
Yeah. And I usually like to pile it all inside of a dinner roll. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. As you should.
Yeah,
Like
the leftovers after everybody had a plate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to get that syrup stuff that comes with the sweet potatoes. You know, that brown sugar syrupy type of deal.
Yep.
That's your condiment.
Gosh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Zion, what are you eating for Thanksgiving?
Everybody. He trying to set me up. No matter what answer I give, social media gonna clown me. So no comment.
I'm sorry. You know what?
It's all love. I'm just joking.
It's all love. It's all love. I'm gonna fake laugh my way out of here. I feel awkward. That was tough. That was just last year.
That was last year.
Yeah, it was last year.
It's a work in progress. He was getting close to the self-awareness that would take to take your professional career seriously right there in that clip.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're getting a little bit closer. Social media is going to clown you because you have already clowned yourself and wasted your talent. Damn. Sorry.
It's all right. From one thick gentleman to another, here's a very Wolchuk Thanksgiving.
I want the canned, disgusting, lubricant, jello-like cranberry sauce, and I'm going to smother it all over the delicious bird that we like to call a turkey, and we're going ham, baby. That's my kind of Wolchuk Thanksgiving.
I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad, bro.
That is the night before drunk hammered from home radio / COVID Wolchuk Thanksgiving just in his bag.
Was that him sitting in that chair in his room? And
yeah. That's exactly what it is. His mom and dad's house.
How many drinks is that in for Wolchuk, you think?
That was just a pure whiskey night. I would say that's a good 3.5 hours of sipping, shooting whiskey.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So you guys would start drinking at the start of the show?
When we were from home, and I will say, Wolchuk, I was enjoying my Jewel. Wolchuk was enjoying the whiskey. So we each had our own role in this scenario.
Hey,
he is a sick puppy.
Speaking of sick puppies, who's next here in our Thanksgiving edition?
I will eat your ass.
Okay, that's Alex Jones. You have no business being here. I don't care what's on your Thanksgiving plate, sir.
I bet you won't, Alex.
We'll save the rest for
cranberry juice in that, John.